Therefore, your competition, is it the OTAs? Because obviously, that's really where most of them go today and book. And therefore, why would I want to come to a super app and do it? And therefore, what differentiation are you able to drive from the consumer need that you see? What really are the consumer problems of an OTA today versus what an airline offers? I don't want to call it AirAsia, but
Yeah,
clearly, what's really the consumer challenge and the problem that you're trying to address,
I think
which is not there in the the e-commerce travel sites today.
understand. Um, I think the key challenge was to be able to provide the customer the value that they require, right?
Mm,
For AirAsia or in general, like AirAsia as a whole, it's all about price and the value. We are always the lowest. So anytime you come to AirAsia, you will find the lowest flights.
mm,
So with AirAsia Move, the key offering that we have for them, it's the best price that you can get in the market.
mm,
And they can go and benchmark it with any other OTAs or wherever it is, right? Again, when it comes to say other OTAs, you'll end up booking your flights separate still. It's not a singular journey, right?
correct.
But with AirAsia Move, it's a single journey. You don't
Okay.
have to go to different portals to go and do your bookings. It's all within the super app. That's why it's super app, because it's all together in one place, one login, one booking, and one itinerary. That's the ultimate goal.
Okay, okay. And when you look at your role as the global head of media, how do you see this changing in terms of the way you will look at media, the way you will sell media, the way you will work with partners? How does your own job definition and role change when something like this transforms within an organization?
Um, okay, so my my role and the job that the business that I have actually is very niche in that case. So it's
Mm,
very specific to travel audiences.
mm,
Unlike any other publisher, it's like you're able to reach the masses. Over here, it's very specific to travel audience.
mm,
And to educate agencies or even clients about that is important. So I think that's where we are focusing a lot right now, is to educate the clients on the travel audience, how that audience can be reached, how we can segment as specific as if people are traveling from A destination to B.
mm,
So you can actually do route specific targeting and
mm,
not just mass targeting of traveler in general, right?
mm,
So those are the things that I'm focusing on right now, making people more aware about how travel audience can be reached out,
mm,
making travel relevant to marketers in their customer journey as well. So, for example, if it is an FMCG brand or a personal care brand, right? How can you be more relatable to a travel audience? So
mm,
introducing travel kits,
mm,
which anyways a customer would require, passenger would require when they're traveling internationally or even for a short destination. So
mm.
those are the things that I try to educate them, make them aware how it is important. And second is also the merchants or the partners that we have listed,
Mm,
educating them on how they can leverage the ecosystem to
mm.
not only create top funnel advertising but also bottom funnel, so that they can drive more consideration for their own listings and get more conversions from the ecosystem itself. So it's
Okay.
a two-pronged thing.
So it's the top of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel approach to the partners and to the to the
External
top.
advertisers also. So I think the way I position it is more like endemic and non-endemic merchants.
Mm.
So it's both of them that we are focusing on, but with different strategies.
So talk to me about endemic merchant and non-endemic merchants. How do you? What is your thought process there? Interesting use of the word. Yeah.
So for endemic merchants, it's mostly about getting them to drive more sales within our ecosystem. So for example, when I mentioned about hotel partners, when they are listed, how can they be able to drive more value from our ecosystem? So over there, we focus a lot on consideration, like, how can we segment the audience for that particular merchant and reach out to the audience, whether it is through emails, push notifications, or, on-site inventory that we have, and drive conversion for them. So consideration and conversion. Whereas for non-endemic, it's more about the top funnel focus, and to some extent either engagement or consideration, depending on the channels that they are activating with us, right? So driving more awareness for them, driving more consideration or engagement through the content that we create, or through other initiatives like sampling and such that can be done with the audiences.
Okay.